It was a little bit more complicated coming out to my family. That was in the summer after first year of university. And I basically brought my boyfriend of the time home and told my parents that it was a friend of mine. And then when he left, that's when I kind of came out and was like, yeah, that was my boyfriend. And my mum just burst into tears and she was like, oh, it's just such a shock, which is like, also, girl, please, like I was asking for like Barbie of Swan Lake from the age of 7 and wearing tutus and stuff. So I was like surprised where, I don't know. And it basically, she was very upset, and so was my dad. My dad was just kind of like shocked and just sort of saying like he didn't want it to be happening in this family and things like that. And it kind of turned into, this is all the same day, me wanting to like have my boyfriend back at the house now that they knew he was my boyfriend. And they were just like, no, we don't want you having sex with another man in this house. I had a friend that was a girl over the day before, and my mum was like, why don't you just date her? Like, it'd be so much easier if you dated her. And I just ended up feeling so misunderstood and unheard that I actually ended up leaving my house, my family house, and went and stayed with a friend for like 2 nights. And I think that was kind of the catalyst for my parents to be like, okay, we're going to lose our relationship with him if we aren't understanding on this. And I didn't really speak about it that much with them for the better part of a year. I didn't really speak to them that much, full stop. And then we kind of came to this big meeting with me and my mum in the town square in my hometown, and we just kind of ironed everything out and spoke about everything. And she apologized, and she was like, I understand now that like me asking you if you wanted your girlfriend to be your friend is like you asking me why don't I just go and be a lesbian. Like, that's not how sexuality works. And now my mum is like the biggest ally. She was in my hometown Pride, giving hugs to everyone, saying happy Pride there. And even my dad now like actively asks about my relationships. And I think that, yes, it was initially really difficult and they just needed some time to kind of come around to the idea. But once you kind of do get that support, like I feel unstoppable as a queer person now with the support of my friends and my family. So I'm kind of hoping that this story will show that coming out can be a challenging process, but ultimately it will lead to you finding the kind of truest and happiest form of yourself.